So the first thing that you'll need is an empty vinyl roll holder. This holder sometimes has the plastic thing still at the top, so I like to take it off. And then I just make sure that nothing else is on it, and I'm good to go. Then I take my ruler, and I find the middle of the roll, and then I use a pen, and I'll mark the roll right in the middle. There we go. So after I do that, I get an X-Acto knife or a blade, something sharp that you're going to be able to cut the roll in half with. There we go. And now I have two pieces. So now with those two pieces, I'm just showing you here that you can roll up the vinyl and you'll be able to put it inside the tube when we're done. So I have to re-roll it so it's nice and tight to show you what I mean. And there we go. So that's just like what it will look like towards the end. Now I'm going to show you my ribbon that I'm going to use, and that's going to keep all the rolls together. And I'm going to hot glue it. You probably want a nice stash of hot glue. That's why I have an entire bag. So I'm showing you here that I'm going to use chalk paint, and I chose the color white. And I'm just going to paint the rolls with that color. I chose chalk paint because it dries really quickly and it covers pretty well. So I find that I like to work with it best. So now I'm going to put down some newspaper, and I got some rubber gloves to protect my hands and my tabletop when I start to paint, which I probably should have got ahead of time. So that should be a part of your supply list, is to make sure that you have something to cover your area. And if you're interested in wearing gloves so you don't get your hands all, painted and gross, that's probably a good idea as well. Okay, so now I'm ready to start painting. So I'm going to put on my gloves, get my materials, and start painting the rolls. You probably want to make sure that you have a space to put your rolls after you're done painting them so they have somewhere to dry. I end up using my table, and then I do have a cart to my left where I put the rolls as well. So that's where they're being held right now, so I could have room on the table for them to dry after I'm done painting them. Okay, so here are my completed rolls. I have about 30 rolls here. So that means like you would start with like 15 empty vinyl roll holders because you cut them in half. So that's what I have. I'm going to actually make them like a double row, on one on top of another. You'll see when I start gluing them together. But what I'm going to do is plugging in my hot glue gun, obviously, making sure it's hot. And then I'm going to take two rolls and I'm going to glue them together next to each other side by side. Okay, so now that I have all my rows together, hot glued together, I'm going to show you how I'm going to apply the ribbon. You want to make sure that you have enough ribbon that is going to go all the way around it on both sides, and also enough ribbon left over at the top so you can tie it together.